So I head to list and search types. So here in list and search types, I will create a new list and search type based on the article object using JsList. I will call it JsList and save it. So I've got 5 positions here in the list view. I'm going to quickly skip back to the search form view and just tweak the search a little bit, only in a very simple way. I'm going to add the article category ID and featured. Yeah. So in the live value, we've got article there, which is cool. Category ID, well, it's going to be the pictures of things category. That's the articles I want to show. They belong to that category. And I want it to be featured articles. So I'll save that. Going to the list view now. We've got 5 positions. Hidden is just normal. You can put things in there. So if you're doing overrides and you've got a field in the hidden position, you can use the value from this field in your overrides or stuff like that. Modal, I've tweaked that quite a bit. Element close is new. Element open is new. Element is the name of the position that would have come with the list template. I'll click here so that when I add fields, they'll go to that position. I'm going to choose the image, and that was in the full text area. So article image full text. There it is. In the typography section, which is also number 2, I will go to image, so it renders as an image rather than just the location. I'll save that. Let's do localhost. And I'll quickly go to admin. I did this rather than close down the previous window. Should have done that really. I'm going to go to modules. I'll do it this way. Modules. Seblord list template. List module, sorry. Publish it. Position 3 is where I want it to be. JsList. It's nothing else here really matters apart from the menu assignment, so long as it's assigned to the menu item you want it to be on. So I'll save that and I'll go and look at it at the front end. So we've got the images showing, but it's not really a slideshow yet. So back to the list and search type, then we head to the template options. This is a default stuff that comes with Seblord list template pretty much. I wouldn't worry about that, well, I don't. Auto output options. The search results get wrapped in a div, and that div can be a div, or the element can be a div. The element can be an unordered list, or the element can be an ordered list. If it's a div, then the child elements are divs. If it's unordered list or an ordered list, then the child elements are list items. So you can select that here. Modal options, worry about that later. CSS options. CSS, slick CSS needs to be applied somewhere on the page, so the template can do it if you want. This instance of slick needs a unique class, so I'm going to give this funky class as a class name. I do not prefix with a dot, just give the name. You can give this element extra classes, so wrapper extra class, and the output items can have extra classes if you want. So I'll put item extra class just to show you. Right, scroll down a bit more, the JavaScript options. So it needs a JavaScript to work, so I'll let the template do it or do it somewhere else. And like Slick CSS, Slick JS only needs it applied once per page. So this is the settings for this Slick instance. You can turn it on and off. I think a good idea would be to put it on yes, muck around with the settings, get them how you want, copy the settings that get outputted into your own template.js file and then turn this off. Right at the bottom of the page you can add your own custom JavaScript for events and things like that. So you do jQuery, document ready, or whatever you want to do. You can turn that on and off. And there's responsive behavior with Slick, so at certain breakpoints you can get it to do certain things, change its behavior, and you can turn those breakpoints on or off here. So I'm going to scroll down, autoplay, I'll put that to true. Autoplay speed, I'll set that to 2000. Arrows true. Append arrows, at the moment it's the default value. If I change this to, I don't know, my div, if I have an element on the page with an ID of my div, then the arrows will get appended to there instead, which is pretty cool. So the previous arrow element, at the moment the default is button, but you can make it an A tag or anything else. Now the class, you can add a class. I'm going to put button success. You can change the text. It's not the language settings can't change this, so if you want multilingual sites, this won't do much. So that's something that needs to be done in the future. I'll add a class here, button info. Dots, I'll put to true. Draggables true. Pause and hover is true. Pause and dots hover true. So here's the breakpoint stuff then. So in the tooltip I have written Bootstrap users might choose 768, so 768. So the idea is 768 pixels and above, then these settings here apply. So I'll put some settings in here. I'll put pause on hover false and end with a comma. So pause on hover colon false comma. I'll put draggable false, and I'll do slides to show. At the moment it's on 1. I'll change that to colon 2. But you also need to do mobile first, so set that to true, and then all these settings will apply, and then at 768 pixels this will apply, and then whatever else you apply in these breakpoints. I scroll up to the top again to the JS options, and I turn on the breakpoint. I can turn these breakpoints on and off. So that should be alright. Just to recap, I can choose how the elements are outputted. You can turn on or off the Slick CSS depending on where you're loading it, either with the template or somewhere else. Turn on or off the Slick JS, and you give it a unique class here. You can, I'll get rid of that. You can add extra classes to the wrapper or the items themselves. So I'll save. If I go to the main page, hopefully, fingers crossed, this will work. Right, so now we have. At this breakpoint, it's showing 2 slides. Draggable is false. I can't drag it, and pause and hover is not working. So I'll just narrow the screen a bit. And now the breakpoint's changed. So pause and hover is working, and it is draggable. So I can drag it, and the pause and hover is working. Take the cursor off. It starts again. Put the cursor back on. Change the breakpoint. So it works pretty cool. So the dots, you have to style that yourself. It doesn't take much CSS. I haven't done anything with that because it's just down to your template and what you want. I'm not going to provide default styling because I find that annoying. So there you go. In the next video, I'll do the modal stuff and hopefully clear that up. Yeah.